So there was a time that we had a competition, and it's a local competition. It's called One Big Family. It's been played in Nigeria, in Abuja. And grassroots teams will register for this tournament, and we have bike men coming to watch and other spectators also. Of course, they were watching for free because it's a grassroots tournament.
Yeah, sure, I understand.
So after we played the game, a certain man came and he gave me money. He gave me 500 naira. Just
500.
Yes, I was like, why? Like, why did you give me this? He said, I like how you play. And we lost in the game. And he was a bike man. And I don't know how come something told me to look at his shoes, Then I looked at his shoes.
His shoes?
Yes. And it was...
TheBros Entertainment. Ndagusuje kandi ngo ikaze. Nizere ko umeze neza cyane, nizere ko uri amahoro mu bice bitandukanye by'isi uherereyemo. Nitwa Eri Baryinyonza. Nishimiye ko ngiye gufungura n'iki kiganiro. Nishimiye ko ugiye kubana natwe mu kino kiganiro by'agaciro gakomeye cyane. Wakoze subscribe, Imana igumugisha cyane. Wakoze like, urasharinga, urakomentinga, Imana igumugisha cyane. Hanyuma rero muri aka kanya twongeye kugaruka bundi bushya, twongeye kugaruka mu isura nshya, twongeye kugaruka muri image nshya. Yo, tubaye bashya mu buhe buryo. I'm very happy today. Ndaryohewe cyane ndyohewe n'umutumirwa mfite uyu munsi. Ntago mbica ku ruhande, mfite umutumirwa w'agatangaza, mfite umutumirwa nishimiye ko ngiye kuganira nawe pesi banga, nishimiye ko ngiye kuganira nawe. Ni umukinnyi w'umupira w'amaguru, ntago nza kuza kubica ku ruhande. Ni umukinnyi w'umupira w'amaguru, ariko nayo mfite mu mutwe wanjye nzi ko bitashoboka, ariko finally byakunze. Uyu munsi ndabanza kwanza mbasabe imbabazi. Murambabare mwuka byaramwe. Uyu munsi mpindura ururimi noneho ku kigero kiri hejuru cyane, kuko umutumirwa mfite uyu munsi ntago yumva ururimi rwacu. Ntago ari umunyarwanda, niyo mpamvu atumva ururimi rwacu. Muraza kuza kunyemerera uyu munsi nze kuza guhindura ururimi, ariko nzajya nyuzamo gakewe njyagiye nsobanure ibyo ndi buganire nawe. Of course ntago twamaze tugiye kubisobanura byose cyane ku ijana, byafata umwanya utari ngombwa, ariko abanyarwanda tumaze kuba abasirimu. Ndaza kuza gukoresha ururimi rw'icyongereza kandi namwe muraza kuza kurwumva. Ndabashimiye, mwakoze cyane kubyemera. So allow me guys, I am very happy and of course proud of having this football player. He's not a Rwandan football player, but of course international Nigerian football player. We have the same names. Did you know that? He's called Ani Elijah. Ani Elijah, how are you doing, my brother?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have you here, man.
Thank you.
You know what? I didn't expect that, but I've been thinking about this, and I said, I think I need to make a step. Yeah. I need to make a step. We normally do this kind of interviews, of course, with the Rwandan players, those locals, those international players. I mean, or those who plays here, plays abroad. And this is my first time to have an interview with an international player, a foreign player. Really? And there is a reason why I've already think about you. You are, he's a police officer striker, but that's not your first team. You've played for here in Rwanda, of course. You're the second club, right?
In Rwanda, yes.
Yeah, a part of Uwase.
Yes.
So the reason I decided to call you, you are doing a very big things, and the thing that you did, I've changed my mind to think about you. I was there in the stadium watching a game against Agasobanuye United, if I remember. It was, I think, your second goal, the second goal of the game.
Of the game, yes.
Man, you made a very nice goal at all. I was just there watching with other journalists, and I was like, I think I need to talk to this guy. So I'm very happy that, of course, you've accepted our request.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So we are called TheBros Entertainment. We are an online streaming media. We use a YouTube channel. We have over 200 subscribers. Of course, we are not young at all.
Yes.
Yeah, we are not young. But we are specifically passionate about athletes. of course, as a sports journalist, we are passionate about athletes, working with athletes, whether Rwandans or internationals, and that's why I've decided to call you. But the thing we also emphasize and talk about, we normally talk about the journey, the football journey, career journey of the athletes. And the reason behind is all about to inspire our audience, to inspire those who want to, to come into your steps, to come into your journey. Of course, there are young players, those dreamers who want to reach far, who want to do something big in their life. And normally, when it comes about having talents, that is a thing most of the young generation are having nowadays, and how to overcome and being a great persons by using the talents. That's what we just want. And when it comes about sports, athletes, we have something to do about that. Okay. So welcome in this house.
Thank you very much.
Maybe my first time meeting you in person, I was in your training sessions. Yeah. I think that was my first time I met you in person, and I liked it how you behaved about me, how you behaved. It was, you are a good guy, man. That's what I want to mean. Yes. So let's just enter in our interview like 100%. Let me say like that. Okay. You are a Nigerian footballer. And in Rwanda, we know you by only 2 names. I don't know if it's only 2 names that you have, because most of the guys from there, in West, other parts of the world, they normally have different names, a lot of names. Yes. And I just want you to tell us who you are. Not only the names, but who you are as a person.
Okay. My name is Ani Ifesinachi Elijah.
Ifesinachi.
Yes, Ifesinachi is my tribal name. Yeah. I'm a Nigerian and I'm an Igbo boy. So Ifesinachi means gift from God.
Oh, blessing.
Yes. So, yeah. And you know the rest. Yeah, this is my 2nd year playing here in Rwanda, my 2nd season. But I was playing in Nigeria, of course. I played in the Nigerian Premier League. Played for some teams in Nigeria before I moved here. I also played in a team in Lebanon, but for a very short time, because that was the period of COVID-19. So I had to, everyone had to go back to their countries. Exactly, and it was the same day and everything. So so the introduction is not going to be long. It's just about my name and who I am. I'm a professional football player, currently playing for Rwandan Police FC.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, I understand. So, how old are you by then?
I'm 26.
26. Older than me. Crazy. Yeah, the guy is older. I mean, you are younger than me.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm over 26, man. So it means you were born in 1999 or 8?
98.
Oh, okay. We have the same names, but same ages. Because I was also born in 1998. I'm sorry to say, guys, but I have to say it. I have to, to speak it now. But can you imagine same names, Elijah? Because my name in English is Elijah. Yeah, we normally speak. We used to speak French in Rwanda when I was born, and that's why my parents have called me Eli. So Eli, it's a French, and when it comes to English, it's Elijah. So you also called Elijah, yes. And you have the same ages, of course, because I was also born in 1998. I'm sorry to say, I couldn't hide it. So the thing is that I was just happy with that. Choosing football, dreaming of playing football. I know most of the Nigerians players, they used to pass through different struggles of becoming a very big star players. But about you, how that came to you? How did you dream about that? When did you discover that you have to be a football player? But how is that started? I just want you to tell us. From there in Nigeria, maybe not easy. I've not been there just to know the experience. But because of course I have you here. Share that experience. How is that started for you to think that maybe you could be a football player?
Yeah. It started by little details. First playing on the streets with my friends, my classmates, my age group. And it was fun, So, but at the point, as children, everyone loves to play football.
Exactly.
So, but then there was always a difference. Like you see the guys that they wanted more, and you see the ones that they are just playing for fun. Yeah, we're having all the fun, but at the point, I always felt I wanted to grow. I wanted to go where I could see people that they've been playing football before me. People that they've had the experience, professional experience, and I was very young. So I would go there like it's a team. So I'll go there and they'll be like, this small boy, okay, I'm joining them to play, but of course I will not get selected. At first, because they didn't know me, they didn't know where I came from, and in Nigeria we had a lot of talent, footballers everywhere, fantastic footballers. Like you cannot believe it. Even the ones that have not gone pro, you see them playing as if they've played for top clubs in Spain, in England, but they are still playing on the streets. So I was there and I was learning, because at the later stage, I realized that talent was never enough to become a professional footballer. So I got that experience from watching older people play football. I got that experience from watching professionals playing then that I was still on the street. I was still in grassroots level, So I kept going and I started playing with these guys. And it was fun again. But after some time, I felt I had to also leave that place. I had to start going to a bigger platform, at least to play where I could show what I can play, where there are scouts coming and everyone, and that was how it started. And at a point I had to mix working and playing football and also trying to get to school, of course, because, you have parents and they want you to go to school. And a lot of people played football in Nigeria and some of them did not go pro. So it was like a waste of time.
Yeah,
so parents in Nigeria, they're like always being cautious of these things because what if you don't get to make it? But I always had that faith in myself. I always had that belief that something was different. I was feeling different anytime I was playing, So there was a time that we had a competition, and it's a local competition. It's called One Big Family. It's been played in Nigeria, in Abuja. And grassroots teams will register for this tournament, and we have bike men coming to watch and other spectators also. Of course, they were watching for free because it's a grassroots tournament.
Yeah, sure, I understand.
So after we played the game, a certain man came and he gave me money. He gave me 500 naira. Just
500.
Yes, I was like, why? Like, why did you give me this? He said, I like how you play. Oh. And we lost in the game. And he was a bike man. And I don't know how come something told me to look at his shoes, Then I looked at his shoes.
His shoes?
Yes. And it was bad. It was broken. So he had a broken shoe. And he could buy like 5 of those shoes with that money. Yes.
Oh.
In Nigeria, you could buy like 5 of these shoes with that 500 naira.
So he gave you 500 naira?
So he gave me 500 naira for free. And he was wearing a broken shoe. I don't know how I got to look at his shoes, but I felt that I owed people a lot of things. Like I felt that there was more I could give because he did not bother about his shoes. The smile on his face was, the expression he was giving said it all,
Yeah.
And I always remember this story because it was one of the things that actually made me push myself. Because countless times, After then, I went pro, and countless times we see people come and they be like, we came here because of you. You know?
Really?
Yeah, we left our jobs, we left our businesses. We just came to watch you play. And it's a motivation, you know. Like it's not easy to have someone's time. And someone is coming to sit down specifically for you. It's a big deal. So, but that particular story was always pushing me, because sometimes when I sleep and I think about it, I remember the shoes of that man.
Really?
Like,
it was crazy.
Yeah. And it was really, really emotional for me.
For real, yeah.
Yeah. So, but that pushed me a lot, and I had to keep going, you know, because I just knew that more was expected from me. Like, even without me knowing, because then I was playing for fun, I was enjoying myself, you know, but then people took it more to themselves, you know. So I felt, no, I had to go for this.
But how old were you by then?
I was about 15, 16.
You were still young. So it was, if I remember, it was in like 2014.
Yeah. Towards that time, 2013, 2014, towards that time.
You had an academy.
Yes, it was an academy. Yeah, it was an academy. So we just register for a grassroots tournament, and we get to play, you know, and that was how started growing and growing until I signed for my first professional team in 2017.
So by that time, I think you were 19, right?
I was 19 to 20. You know, so I signed that team, and Wiki Tourist. I signed from academy directly
to that team
to Wiki. Yeah. So from there, that was where I started my professional football.
How do you call that team?
Wiki Tourist.
Wiki Tourist.
Yeah, they play in the Nigerian Premier League.
The first division in Nigeria.
Yes. The Premier League.
Yes, I understand. Yeah. Well, I think I have to translate a little bit so that our audience who are not understand a little bit should understand. Bishoboka kudufata umwanya munini, ariko muri hangana ndanyuramo gake nsobanura ku bantu birashoboka ko mushobora kuri kumva kino kiganiro katari kumva, ariko mu ncamake atubwira urugendo rwe kuva atangiye gukina umupira, ari inzozi zo kubitekereza kubikunda kugera kuri level yuko asinye ikipe ya mbere, asinye ikindi cyiciro mbere mu gihugu cya Nigeria, kuko yasinye avuye muri academy. Bimwe mu byo tubwiye bisa ni biri so touching, gutangira gukina umupira biri aho ngaho, ukajya ku bibuga ukajya gukina umupira, hanyuma umunsi umwe yagiye gukina umupira ahantu ari na equipe ya academy yabagamo, akoze bazira aho ngo ari nyinshi ku muhanda. Umuntu aramukunda, amaze kumukunda amuhereza amafaranga 500 y'amanaira, and ani yabaye byaratunguye cyane, avuga bigenze bite, umutima aravuga ati just nakunze ukukina, I loved how you played, nakunze ukukina, nakunze uko bimeze. Ari inkweto ze, abona inkweto ze zirasa nabi, ni inkweto zande, ni inkweto zicitse. Ari umuntu by the way yari umumotari wari umuhaye amafaranga, ariko ayo mafaranga 500 y'amanaira yaraguze inkweto 5 nuko abimbwiye, yaraguze inkweto 5. Umumotari yabwa yambaye inkweto hari ikigaragara igura amanaira 100 icyo gihe. So byaramupushinze cyane, avuga ati ariko ubanza mfitiye abantu ideni, ubanza ibyo mfite nkwiriye kwereka abantu bikabashimisha, kuko abantu bavuga mu office yabo, bavuga mu mirimo yabo, baje kumureba kubareba bakina muri icyo gihe. So mu nyuma rero bigeze 2017 2017 you've signed your professional contract. Yes, 2017. So 2017 nibwo yasinye amasezerano ye bwa mbere. How do you call that team?
Wiki Tourist. Ikipe twa Wiki Tourist ni ikipe ya mbere yasinye ni Elijah. So muri kumva iyo tuvango tuba dushaka kugana n'abantu, twumva aho bavuye, twumva uko byagenze kugira ngo bisange muri bino bintu. Nk'aba Nigeria abandi bose bakiri bato barabikunda, kuko muzabona aba Nigerians benshi bakina umupira ariko babyatangire hasi nyine, ariko nawe ababyeyi be ntibabyumvaga. But you said you've been mixing playing football, doing school and work at the same time. I was working and playing and applying
But what kind of work
high institution.
you've been doing? You're still young. I think you should just tell us about that. You are under 17 by that time.
I was about 17.
Yes. Were you working, doing school, and playing at the same time?
No, I was working and playing, but I was applying to go to school, to go to the university. Now, I wasn't yet in the university. I was applying to get to the university.
But by that time, you've already finished your high school studies.
Yes.
And you went in football and work at the same time.
Yes.
All right. And then you signed your first contract professionally in Nigerian Premier League, as you said. How were you feeling by that time? Were you also start thinking that you should be a football player, or you were still just being there to try again and see if there's something good that will come later in football?
My first professional contract was it was a very big deal for me.
For real.
I was not thinking about anything, because for you to get to that level in Nigeria, it's a lot. Because you have millions of guys playing football, millions, every state you go to, So, and the state I signed was not even my state.
Really?
Yes, I was not even from that state, but
so you should just change your location.
Yeah, I had to leave. I had to leave home. I had to go to another state entirely to play football. So I was there, and that was like the breakthrough for me, because to be at that level, at that age in Nigeria is not common.
But let's just stick on that. How long have you been in academy?
I would say 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
So you were doing high school studies, and by the same time being in academy.
Yes.
And 3 years. Of course, you had been competitions, a lot of players, of course, as you said, and making it to play in Nigerian Premier League was not, of course, easy.
Yeah.
But what happened? Did you had a kind of connection, a kind of link to the guy who could just put you there? Because of course you had to change the state to play first division. How was it?
Yeah, I used to have a manager. So he
in academy.
Yes, in the academy. That is the owner of the academy I was playing. So they got a link to a club in Nigeria, and they asked me to go for tryouts. I went to the first team, Lobby Stars, and the trials was not successful. So I came back and I was still training with my academy. Then I went to Wiki for the tryout. And after the first day, the next day, they brought the contract for me to sign.
Really?
Yeah.
For only second day?
2 days, yeah. So it was I was excited and I was confused. I did not want to sign something that would tie me down, because a lot of players make that mistake. They sign a contract without understanding the terms. So I had to ask them to wait so I could talk to my manager to give me clarification, So after going through the whole contract and everything, it was safe. And I signed that contract for Wiki Tourist for 2 seasons. So yeah, but I didn't finish the 2 seasons, of course. So that was it.
So you signed your first contract, but of course we normally when the guys sign the contract here in Rwanda, even as I know in football, of course you get a transfer fee, you get a contract fee. Let me call it like that. And of course you had a salary. Did you also have that?
Yeah, in Nigeria it's we call it the sign-on fee, of course.
Sign-on fee.
Yeah, but it's not as much as it is in other countries, And that club I signed that period, there was no sign-on fee that was given to me because I was playing for an academy. Yeah, so they had to pay to the academy I was playing to. Yeah, so
you didn't finish the whole 2 seasons. Why?
Yeah, because I changed my team. Yeah, before at the beginning of 2018 World Cup, I had a deal and I traveled to Norway.
Norway?
Yes, in Europe.
Which division?
Premier.
The first division, Norway?
Yes.
After 1 year as a professional footballer, you got a deal in Norway.
Yes.
So then?
So I traveled there and I went to like 4 teams. So Rosenborg, Bodo Glimt, HamKam, and Kristiansand. So I got an offer to play for Kristiansand and HamKam. So the conflict between my manager and my agent messed the deal up.
Really?
Yeah, so I had to come back to Nigeria.
But let's just stick on that a little bit. Your manager was the owner of the academy.
Yes.
And of course there was an agent who wanted to put you there in Norway.
Yes.
So what happened? Did not they agree on the
terms of the transfer, the percentage and everything? So, this is like one of the things that happen to a lot of footballers. Yeah. Young footballers especially. So even older footballers also, it happens to them. The interests
of the managers,
agents. Interest of agents. Most of the times these guys, but it's not all of them, of course, because along the way I met some agents that were really good, that were really nice people. But then you meet some agents and some managers also. They only care about what they want. They are not interested on what the player is getting, or even seeing the fact that this move is going to change the life of this player. Going from Nigerian Premier League to Norway Premier League was not easy.
A very big step.
And I was 20 at that time.
You're still young, yeah.
Yeah, I was 20 at that time. That was 2018 World Cup. After the World Cup. So it was going to be a very massive step for me, But it happened that way, and I had to come back to Nigeria and go back to another team, another Premier League team. So that was it.
Well, it was in 2018, and of course you missed that chances. Didn't you feel down into yourself? Didn't you feel that maybe that's not yours? What happened to you? How were you feeling by that time?
Yeah, at the point, as a human being, you went to a very nice place, beautiful environment, different league, much improved league, I'm not even talking about the money right now. I'm talking about the platform. It was big, But also, I'm someone that also has a belief that I have a strong backing that things will just naturally end well. So I felt, okay, maybe it's not mine. Let me keep going.
Yours will come, yeah.
Let me keep going. So I kept pushing, and that has been that since then.
Okay. Well, then you came back in Nigeria. Of course, you changed the team. Where did you went?
I changed the team to Warri Wolves. I went to Warri Wolves.
So how many teams have been played for in Nigeria?
I played for 4 teams in Nigeria.
4 teams. For how long? From 2017 up to?
No, I played from 2017, 2018. 2019, I played in Lebanon. Yeah, I came back. It was just half season. I came back before the COVID. The COVID, there was no league. So 2021, I signed for Warri Wolves. And the same 2021, I went to Rangers. And I spent 3 seasons at Rangers before I went to Lobby Stars. And then I came here to Rwanda. So 5 tops. I've played like 5 seasons in Nigeria. Nigerian Premier League.
Transition time. Ibyavuze harimo byinshi ariko njyagiye kuguhiniramo gakeya. Amaze gukina sezo ya mbere mu gihugu cya Nigeria nk'umukinnyi w'umupro, sezo ya mbere yabonye offer imujyana muri Norvège. Hari amakipe agera kuri muri Norvège yakozemo trials abirara mushima, ariko bimwe bijya biba ku bakinnyi cyo tugana n'abahanga mu Rwanda byabaye ku bakinnyi benshi nayo byamubayeho. Ntago ari umwihariko w'iwacu mu Rwanda. Hari manager yari mu yuzo academy yabayemo, hakaba n'umu agent wamufashe kujya muri Norvège. Habaye kutumvikana ku bijyanye n'amafaranga bo ubwabo bari buze kuza kubona byagize ingaruka kuri Elijah birangira atagiye muri Norvège ahubwo agaruka muri Nigeria. Kubera iki? Inyungu z'abo bantu, inyungu za manager wa academy, inyungu za agent wari umutwaye muri Norvège byatumye atagumayo kandi amakipe abiri yari yamushimye agaruka muri Nigeria. Twanze gutinda ku rugendo rwo muri Nigeria cyane kuko ntago nashaka juste mumve twe tuntu twibanze twabayemo tugoranye cyane and then tugahita tugaruka none tukaganira ku bindi. Ariko muri Nigeria yasizemo season 5 muri Nigeria kuvuga yavuze ko afite imyaka yavutse mu 1998, of course afite imyaka 26 ntago iruzura. Season ya mbere yikinye afite imyaka 19 ubwo hari 2017, hanyuma season ya nyuma ayikina 2017 guti kuko 2018 mu gikombe cy'isi nibwo yabuze offer yo kujya muri Norvège kubera ibyo bibazo by'aba agent aza kuza kugaruka muri Nigeria akina izindi season enye mu makipe nka 5 muri Nigeria. Ubu rero tujye guhindisha none twe gutina cyane muri Nigeria ahubwo no tugaruke hano iwacu mu Rwanda. Of course turatangiye tumubaza uko yabonye iyo connection uko byagenze. Elijah, let's just come back again. You had almost 5 seasons in Nigeria. Of course, you've been also keep dreaming to play abroad. And then you saw yourself coming to play here in Rwanda. What happened? How did that came to you? But did you even knew this country before?
Yeah, though I've never been in Rwanda before now. But of course, books, online, social media,
What have you been reading or watching on social media about this country?
First, it was about the cultures, and secondly, about the organization of Rwanda. There was a time I think Rwanda was rated as the cleanest or the neatest country in Africa, I think. So yeah, it was like it got the attention of almost everyone.
About the cleanliness of this country.
Yeah. So that was how. But I've never been here apart from traveling.
Before you come, what happened in 1995? I don't know if you already read it, but we could, as I said, we could just take another time. Let's just finish what we have planned and then we will come back again. But it was what happened changed our country. We found a very big energy in ourselves to try to transform our country.
Yeah.
Until today. So in Elijah, then I thought you had an offer. What happened? What happened that you saw the guy who said maybe there was a chance, there was an opportunity, there was an offer to go into Rwanda. But what happened for the first time to hear the country Rwanda playing there?
Initially, I was not planning to come to Rwanda because no one spoke to me about it. I had a deal to play in South Africa for Chippa United. Yeah, I was sent the invitation and everything.
To play in Chippa?
In Chippa United, yes, in South Africa. So along the line, then we were playing the championship playoffs in Nigeria. So we were like teams that will qualify for the continent and all. So then I was playing with Lobby Stars. So I was like, that was where I met the agent. So after the processes, like to get the visas and everything, to go to Chippa United. Yeah. So I was calling the agent and he wasn't available online. He wasn't available. And
there was the guy who also were planning something to go to South Africa.
Yes, the same guy. I was calling him. He wasn't available. Then someone called me and said, Elijah, we have something for you. And if you want, we could make it possible as fast as possible. Then we travel to Rwanda. I was like, Rwanda?
Different person?
Another person, yeah. Another random guy. And, I said, really? He said, yes. And I said, okay. I have something, but the agent is not responding. So let's see if you are going to be fast enough. And after like 3 days, I was sent the ticket to travel to Rwanda. I was like, okay. No one knew, I had to call my mom on phone and tell her, okay, I'm traveling to so and so day, so it was very fast. So when I came here, then the agent from South Africa started calling me. The day I signed for Bugesera, that day he started calling me and said that he traveled, he was on vacation with his wife, and he couldn't be online because he even left his phone in South Africa because he's based in South Africa.
Is he South African?
No, he's a Nigerian, but he's based. He's based in South Africa. So I said, okay, it was not like, okay, now where are you? Like, what's up? I have to call the consul of the South African embassy in Nigeria. He's going to be I told him, sir, I'm not in Nigeria anymore. I've left. I'm in Rwanda and I've signed for a club in Rwanda. He was surprised. He was like, how? Is that even possible? Now, he thought maybe I lost interest to come. So he was trying to convince me that the club is a good club. I said, I know, but right now I've already signed another contract. How was I supposed to come? I was calling you and you were not picking. And I did not know when you were going to reply my calls, my messages. So that was how I came to Rwanda, and I forgot about that because now it's a different ball game. So I have to focus on what I have, just to keep going.
But it seems like maybe he was lying. How can you just go into vacation when you know the plan you had with the guy, and without even informing him that you're going to be unavailable for a certain period? You get something not good inside.
Yeah, while I know that he's actually an agent, FIFA license, because he was the same guy that took Stanley Mwabali to
Mwabali.
Yeah, the Super Eagles goalkeeper.
I know him.
Yeah, he's my guy. So we spoke, and I was asking him some stuff about the club because he was playing there. I think he's even still there presently. He's the captain of Chippa United right now. Mwabali Stanley. The goalkeeper, he's there. He's still there.
So he's also the one who sent the guy there.
Yeah, he's the agent of Mwabali. Yeah,
so nobody went there by that time?
Yeah, he went there one season before I was supposed to go there. So I was talking to Mwabali about the team, and he was telling me it was all good. And I was asking him his agent. He showed me it was the same guy and everything. So it was. He was legit. He was a real agent, but I actually didn't know what happened. Maybe maybe it was destiny. Yeah, or maybe it wasn't time for me to be there.
Yeah. So, but the next question is, the random guy came to you by saying, you have to travel in Rwanda. Did you know that guy before?
No, I've never met him. I don't know. He doesn't even know me. Even up to date, we've never seen each other.
Really?
Yes.
It seems somehow not. I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
So he said you could go to Rwanda. You didn't know him. Is he Nigerian?
He's a Nigerian.
My God, it seems not easy at all to understand. But you didn't have his contact.
No.
He called you. He gave you a deal, and then he left.
No, he's still in the picture. He's the partner to my agent here in Rwanda.
You had even different agents, so that you had an agent in Rwanda.
No, that guy. His name is Baba. So, yeah, he works.
The guy who's based in South Africa.
No, he's based in Nigeria. The guy that called me. Yeah, so he's an agent in Nigeria. So, but I don't know him before. I've never met him. So he has a partner. I think he has partners here also in Rwanda. So I think at that time he was working with Emmy.
Maybe I know him.
Yeah, so
Emmy Fire.
Yeah, that was when they linked up, and I came here. So, but I've never met him. Even up to date, I've not seen him physically. Yes.
So, who received you here?
It's Emmy, of course.
So he linked you to Emmy, and then Emmy helped you to sign for Bugesera. Well, let's now come about to the earnings. You've been in Nigeria, Premier League, Bugesera, very good team, but not the best team in Rwanda. And that's the reality. So when it comes about amounts of money, did they give you something big, or what you want is just to change and play abroad?
In Bugesera? Well, I could say that as of last season, when I came here, they told me they were going to pay me different. So when I came here, I saw what was on the contract and I was like, dude, what's up? This is not what you told me. And, I was already here and I've been playing for Nigeria in the Nigerian league for like 5-6 years. So I said, why? Let me change this league. Let's see what is going to happen. So I sacrificed last season.
In Bugesera?
Yeah. I told the agent, I said, I'll play, but no.
So what they told me before you come was also, of course, different to what you saw in the papers.
Yeah.
So how did they explain to you that? They said, what have they have to explain to you?
Now, he explained to me that the team he was going to take me to was a different team. And the team was asking me to come for tryouts. I told him that I would not do any tryouts. That I was playing for a very big team in
Nigeria.
And there also is a continental team. So I gave you my videos and my action pictures, and you could even check my statistics online. It's not as if you are bringing player that is not known. So, and there's no way you can even compare the leagues.
So did he tell you that team that wanted to do a trials?
Yeah, he said the other team he was going to take me to wanted me to do a trials, but he refused. So that other team was the team that was offering that money he told me about. But Bugesera don't want me to.
Which is that team?
He didn't say the name.
The guy liar.
He didn't.
I hate him. That was a lies, man.
He didn't say the name of the team, but he told me that the team is a big team and they wanted me to come for trials, and he refused because he don't want me. I told him, okay, so that is why you took me to Bugesera, but of course they don't want to pay as much as that. And but I understood something, which was something I also accepted. I accepted to try change. The
league,
and
the country.
I expected, because the league in Nigeria is very, very difficult. And it's not even about the playing. Also, the time to travel. You could travel
a lot
for 18 hours a day.
Really?
On bus. Yes. Stressful. The stress when you play, you have to come back again. That long distance journey every week in, week out. Like, it was just to try something different. And I decided to stay. And to be honest with you, I liked it.
What you like just to stay?
Yeah.
But not what they told you.
The fact that I changed the league, I liked it.
But what I also liked about you, at least you are a man who can adapt. You're a man who can, see the reality and try to face it. And that when you see something, when you see you can just change it, of course you have to face it. That's how it is. So, of course, it's a very important thing, even in social life.
Yes.
There's what we want, but there's also what you get. So if you get something, you have to respect and follow. Whenever you see it, you cannot change it. That's how it is. You went in Bugesera by that time. How long did you sign your contract for? You signed a contract for how long? How many seasons?
2 seasons.
2 seasons. And you spent only 1 season?
Yes.
And then you came in police. Is also the same guy, Amy, who told you that you have another offer?
Yeah, I got offers, here in Rwanda. Few teams, they wanted me to sign with them. They approached me, actually. APR, Royal Sports, Police, at least they were the ones that could come, because they know they had what it takes, to sign a player that was going to be demanding, So, but that was when like I had to make a decision, to decide on where to go, where to play, but a lot of things happened at that time. But then I joined Police FC at the end.
So those clubs have, Amy himself is also the guy who's still there to orient you, to to help you to
sign for police.
To sign for police.
Yeah, Amy. He has to be, because he brought me. So even if it's for nothing, like I have to acknowledge the fact that he brought me to this country and carry him along. This is a normal thing.
Did you had an offers only from this country, or you also had another offers around abroad, not in Rwanda?
Yeah, I went. I traveled to Belgium, and and the league finished here before other leagues could finish. So before the leagues finished, like other places, I started getting calls. Like after their league has ended, it took, I think, maybe after like 1 month before other leagues ended, or 1 month and some weeks, So after other leagues ended, they have to go for break, and then they have to start scouting players also, So of course I got calls, but then I've already signed for Police FC, and after that, I also traveled to Belgium to a very good team, and that was it.
Well, in different contracts of the players, sometimes they put some, some clauses. Okay, one of the clauses I know most of the players used to, to put in their contracts is that when there is a big club that came and want me, we should do this, and then you will release me to go there.
Yes.
Did you put that in your contract?
Definitely.
How long have you been signed?
For police? 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
And of course you went in Belgium for trials, right?
Yes.
What happened there?
It was a fantastic one in Belgium. Yeah. But a lot of factors also, and the trials was like, it was almost a done deal.
In which division?
Premier Division.
Really? Jupiler?
Chalewa. Jupiler, yes.
The Jupiler League.
Jupiler League.
The first division.
Yeah, Premier. So I went to Chalewa. They played in the Europa League 2 seasons ago. So it's like a big team, top team, and they had the former coach of Club Brugge, fantastic man, and great guys in the team also. I was well received, and I had like 2 weeks with them. I think 2 to 3 weeks with them, and the coach was impressed, but some factors is not only about performance, to get a professional deal in Europe. It's not only about performance and all. There are also a lot of things that comes in, and having like 26 years, not playing in Europe before for some time, the league I'm coming from.
Does it also count?
Yes, it does.
Your age is the league you're coming from?
It counts. And also your profile. Have you played in the national team? Have you had any call-ups? These are like requirements also. And they also wanted to sign me and put me on loan to another team.
In Belgium?
Yes. But I think it was the amount they were going to pay. They wanted me to play for some time before they pay the money, the release clause money. But I think Police FC refused that. But I felt Chalewa is not a small team. And,
I know.
They had a player they signed for 2.5 million euros, and I was there. Like, I was told that in Europe, it's different, is this, is that, and I was thinking maybe in the training ground I'll see people flying, but
what did you saw?
But it's football, bro.
Really, the same to you?
Yeah, but I think maybe what really helped me when I went to Belgium was the experience I had playing in Nigeria, and also playing in a team like Rangers, you know, it's a never say die, you know, even if you are down, you are casted, you will not have to accept it, you know. So it was like something I said, no, it's just adaptation, you know, and it's easier to have a willing guy adapt to somewhere, someone that is willing to do something, someone that is willing to play. It's easier to have them adapt to somewhere.
There's a fighting mentality.
Yeah. So after some time, I had a chat with the coach. You know, we met, we spoke, and he told me, though he didn't tell me everything, you know, but and most of the things he told me, I can't say it openly on air, you know, because these are things that requires you know, football mafia and stuff and everything. So yeah, but it was a good one, and I had a lot of experience going there. A lot of experience.
I understand it, but we have very big problem. Let me say like that, and that also for those good players from those countries that are not good in football, they used to have that kind of problems. Where they came from affects the chances they had to play in Rwanda. To do not have a call-up in national team, well, that kind of stuff, was it just enough to destroy your performances? Your performance you had in Belgium, apart of just performing so nice in the trainings, apart of just convincing the coach, that was not enough to get selected to sign for them.
Yeah.
But where you play now, your history, let me say like that, like that, your football journey was also the thing that blocked your deal.
Yeah. They believe that if you've played in Europe for 2 years, like if you'd stayed in Europe for 2 years, you could play any club you go to, you know. And I don't know how they see African football, you see. But, you know, of course, it's not all. It's not like all leagues in Africa. You know, South Africa, people playing in Algeria, Morocco, you know, their league is tough because, you see, they play in the Club World Cup, you know, they're advancing, they're trying to improve their football every season, every year, you know, they are bringing different patterns, you know, they're trying to get people that they are more knowledgeable to introduce what they don't know in their football. And it helps them grow a lot, So as a player, playing in Africa also is if you really want to play in Europe, in some European countries, and you know, Belgium is not a small European country. I think it's one of the top 7 European countries, their leagues, you know. So it's it was a big one. It was a massive one.
Well, I understand it, and let's just leave it like that, because of course it was only a chance by that time. But as of now, you've signed, of course, 2 years, two seasons police. Maybe in those 2 years, a lot of things could happen. You've got wishes, but what are you planning, man? What do you have in your mind as of now? Apart from playing for police, I think you could wait for something big coming to you. But you, are you also seeing another offers that could come to you? What happened as of now?
You know, the joy of playing football is when you develop yourself, develop things will come to you. If you develop yourself, you will be in demand. So for me, I'm playing for police, yes, but I don't want to end playing there.
Exactly.
I want to go far. I want to go elsewhere.
And you're capable of that.
Yeah, first of all, I want to help the team as much as I could to also attain a certain height, you know, because at a point when you are performing so well, your team, the achievement of your team also counts.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
So like it is also something that is also giving me concerns. You know, the achievement of the team, my personal development, as a player. But I also know that I have to be different. I have to do something that would make me different. If I want to leave, if I want to go, because there are other teams. There are teams like Orlando Pirates, Simba, Yonga, Mamelodi Sundowns. When you go there, you meet players that they've played in the World Cup, they played in the AFCON finals and all that. If you don't have something to show, it will be crystal clear.
Exactly.
So, but when you develop yourself to an extent, when you go there, when you are there, they will start asking, where were you, man?
You say, man, you came late.
Yeah, where were you? Like, why are you just coming right now?
That is also I used to say when I'm here with my athletes here. I used to tell them that there are 3 things that I believe in football: your talent, opportunity, and hard work.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 things that I used to tell them, that maybe you should be a good player, being very good, talented guy, but don't have a chance. You could have a chance of playing far away, but not hard work. So what you have to do as a talented young man, of course, the first thing I think all the players should do, work hard. Of course, if you're Christian or Muslim, I don't know, but you could just pray God to bless you, to bless your talent, so that whenever you got the opportunities, whenever you got your chances, your hard work should pay off.
Yeah.
So that's what I used to tell the guys. Well, let's just come back in Rwanda, even leaving police. Your second year in this country, if I'm not mistaken, it's the second year, right?
Yeah.
How did you adapt to live in this country? The country you didn't even think to live in, but now you're in Rwanda. How did you saw this country? How can you define it? How, if the guy came randomly and asked you how is Rwanda, what can you explain to him or her?
First thing is the weather in Nigeria and the weather in Rwanda is a bit similar. Not in all the states, but some states they have very similar weather. Like I was living in Jos, so Jos is also sometimes very cold, sometimes hot, like here also in Rwanda. So the adaptation was not difficult, and the pitches that we used in Nigeria is mixed. We have grasses, we have synthetics, and it's also same here. It's like more of playing on synthetic floors, and it wasn't that demanding for me to just fit in, and in the league, I would say I was just expressing myself, nothing more. I was just expressing myself. So it came in to be like a wonder, because then I was just doing what I know. It was just easy for me to do what I know. Now I don't have to do what I don't know.
Yes,
just do what I know.
In terms of lifestyle of Rwandans and Rwanda in general, what have you learned as a new thing that you've saw for the first time to be in Rwanda?
I've learned a lot of things, but one of the things that always triggers me is the serenity in the country, the peacefulness. Like everyone is just doing their thing, minding their business. Since I came to this country, I cannot remember when I'm passing and I see 2 people fighting. I can't remember.
That's not normal.
This thing is in West Africa. It's a normal thing. Like
really?
In Nigeria, like there's no way you can pass like 3 days. You must see people they are
fighting together.
Yeah, they have to get something. This one, no. But here is just peaceful. It's quiet. Even the lifestyle, you see guys, they don't even want competition. But in Nigeria, no.
You always compete.
It's always about competition.
Not only in football, even in social
life. In life. It's not
Mm.
even football. I'm not even talking about football. I'm talking about life generally. It's always about competition. Like Nigerians want to they want to strive for more, you know, and which is also good.
Of course, I understand.
Yeah, because
it seems like we're also lazy. We don't want to compete. We don't want to, you know, as if we've reached far, as if we've reached to where we want, and which is not right.
Well, what I would call that is being content, like with what you have, you know, just being okay with what you have. You know how many people have lost their lives, you know, trying to get out of Nigeria by sea,
moving to Europe.
They drown, you know, like they don't even mind, you know. But if you are okay with what you have, if you are like just, you know, okay with what you have and you are looking for more, you know, to just get better, it shouldn't be like that, right? But then it's a lot. It has its negatives and also positives. So that's what I would say.
I understand, but not being. It seems like we are satisfied, but sometimes we Rwandans, as I know ourselves, we don't want to expose ourselves. We don't want to show what we have inside. Sometimes I could have inside competition. I just want to fight for life, to fight with you, but I don't want to show you that I'm competing with you.
Really?
Yeah, that's how we are. Let me tell you the truth. You know, of course, we could be friends. We could just feel like we are brothers. You get? But when you show me, let me give you an example. When we were at school, when I was in high school, doing a revision, you get?
Yes.
Doing homeworks, to do a revision. It was like a culture to do not just doing it when people are seeing you there. We used to hide ourselves somewhere. We used to go in some forest just to do a revision. We don't want to show them that we are fighting with them. We are competing with them. That's how we are. So what we want is just to surprise them. So by that time, I could just want you to see me moving, to see me on the top, but you didn't know where I've passed through. That I'm sorry to say, but that's the reality. That's how we are. Well, apart of that, Rwanda, of course, is now used to know the country through the tourists, as you said, through the cleanest city or cleanest country. Is this something that you knew when you came here, so that you could go back in your country or somewhere else and, of course, talk about it as something good you knew after you came here?
It's easy. You have a great leader.
Really?
Yes.
So you didn't know him before?
No, not like this.
Yeah.
Not until I came here.
How can you describe him?
He's not ordinary.
Really?
No way.
How?
No way, because if you hear the things he did, it takes a man that is supernatural to do that. But maybe many of you don't know yet, but you'll find out. Because I came from a country where it's like even the least person in office wants to get something from you. Even something he could like do without charging, he wants to charge. He wants to add money to everything. You know. And it really like it broke Nigeria. But here I see people being scared to commit crimes. That is not ordinary, bro. It's not. It's like something I said, how? Because for one person to be like this, it's scary. It's scary. But I don't think you know, because maybe you are just enjoying it. But if you sit down,
we are just enjoying as if it's a normal thing.
But it's not normal, bro.
Really?
It's not normal. It's. I want to ask you a question.
Nah, I'm here to answer.
If you meet, I want to use something that is supernatural now to you, like humans, something supernatural to us. if you meet an angel physically, what do you think is going to happen to you?
I could feel that I am blessed to meet an angel. That's the thing. I think I could feel, of course, blessed because not everyone could just meet him.
You will not feel blessed. There's something that will happen to you first of all.
Exactly.
You might fall down.
Yeah, sure.
Like you feel a certain kind of shiver in your body. It's something you've never felt before. Like it will not be usual to you. And let me tell you, if you master the act of being around an angel, if you come to see your colleague, if they see you, they will fall down. Because there's a kind of light that would emit from you.
I understand you.
It is like the same when you meet people that are not ordinary.
Like him.
Yes. Because then you know that he has touched something that is ahead of humanity. Something that is above ordinary. It is above the flesh. Like you cannot explain it.
Well, let me tell you this little thing I know about that. Of course, as you said, Rwanda used to be colonized by those countries used to speak French.
Yeah.
But after the genocide against the Tutsi that happened in 1994, of course, the country have been liberated by this called APR army. But now they are RPF. And the guy, our president Paul Kagame, was the one who were leading them to liberate our country.
Yeah.
Of course, the generation have changed. We are a new generation. That's why those old people speaks French a lot, but us we speak English because the guy, they used to be those guys who came to liberate the country. They used to be there in Uganda, where they, of course, as a country that have also speaking English. But apart of that, the generation have changed, even in their minds. We feel peaceful being Rwandans as of now, but they're also jealousy. Let me say like that. Not a jealousy from those other countries, but those Rwandans who does not want him to succeed. Of course, he's already succeeded. Just having this country in this way, people around the world come here and appreciate what he's already done. There are people who think they should be the ones to do that, but of course they didn't. And of course they also feel jealousy. But apart of that, his mentality, he always takes his time to talk to us through different channels so that we could reach to his message. Is the guy who, when we are listening to him, man, we change our minds at all. Even when we are trying to listen to what he has done for this country, how he's been fighting, how he fought for this country, how he fought to stop the genocide, how he fought to, to make this country how it is right now. Even now, even though we looks how peaceful we are, we feel like everything is good. Yeah. We know that we still have a long journey to go. Rwanda is not among the richest country, even in Africa. And we are the ones who could be the ones to put it on the map. You get? So the bad thing that is happening now is that our president is being old. That's the problem we have now. But we know, as a young generation, we know how blessed we are to have him at all. And I'm very happy that you, as a flying player, as a flying person who lives here, know that what you know is true. That's the first thing that I want to tell you. Well, you said about our leader, and I appreciate that. Apart of that, is there something you knew when you came back here?
Nah.
I think that is enough. Knowing what he has done for us, knowing what he's just doing for the whole Africa, that will be enough. Oh, Elijah.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe I just enjoyed my time with you now, and of course I'm sorry, but let me tell you this. A part of liking your football? Apart of course, as a journalist, I used to watch you playing football in the pitch from Bugesera now to Police. How I decided to approach you and ask you to have this kind of conversations. You as a player, you're a very nice player, and I can say you deserve to play on higher level than this. You're not Rwandan. I could wish the runners to reach more, but you're very, very nice striker. Very nice striker. Well, as a journalist, I think sometimes you saw my videos when I posted some videos during training sessions. Maybe yes. you could think that I am a football player, of course, but I'm not. But I am passionate about that. So I have what I know about football. I have what I can say and see in a football player who's on the pitch. You could reach far. And something good as I knew about you, you are also a good Christian.
Yeah.
I didn't want to ask you about that because I already know, and I knew that through your post, through how I approached you by addressing you for the first time. You get how you replied. I got something. I was just there to
smart guy.
I was just there to aggress you, to know how you're going to react. But I got something I wanted, and that's why I decided to approach you, and I know what I can talk about you. I mean, what I can talk to you. So, my man, may God bless you so much.
Amen.
May God bless your journey. May God bless your football. I know football is not an easy journey. You know than me. You know a lot of things than me, especially the guys from there in Nigeria. Millions of people plays football, and I'm sure most of the guys who plays football are not even on your level right now. Yeah, so the guys there on the scratch want to have an opportunity. As of now, they didn't get it. Maybe if God wishes they could get it, but you deserve to pray far, and you deserve to play on a higher level. So keep believing, keep working hard. You're still young, man. 26 is not ages to a footballer.
Yeah,
you could reach far. You could just change your life in a good way. So let me appreciate you for your time. Appreciate you for being kindness, man. You know, by thinking about inviting you, and I was like, I think to try. I have to try.
Yeah.
Maybe try, maybe fail, but I did my best. But I appreciate you for being an innocent and being a humble guy to accept. And I am sure that this interview we did today is going to change something a lot, even on me, and I think even on you. God bless you so much.
Amen.
Thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome. The pleasure is mine.
Amen. So if you have any message to share, maybe it's your time.
Yeah, I think I should say something. These days we are living in an age where a lot of things is common. You see, if you go to social media, there are people that are trying to make evil to be a normal thing, but it is not a normal thing.
Exactly.
Evil is evil.
Exactly.
Bad is bad. So what I could say especially to young footballers coming up, or to young people that are chasing their dreams, because these days I have a lot of them on my Instagram texting me, and I try my best to get to reply their messages all the time, even the ones in school and all. The only thing that can make us as a people to be different from those that have decided to corrupt the world is to know the word of God. Life is not really that hard, but because we don't know the way, that's why it becomes very difficult for us to live. So even I've had a lot of failures, but I've had a lot of success as well.
Sure.
Because for you to be alive, for you to be healthy, for you to be able to walk with your 2 feet, it is a blessing,
Because not everyone have it.
Yes, because then you would not know until maybe you get sick. Then you'd understand, So, but how we can be more, not just living, is by following the footsteps of righteousness. And we cannot do that without praying. We cannot do that without knowing the word of God. We cannot do that without going to church. Not being an hypocrite, but understanding the principles of the will of God. You know, Muslims, Christians, there is a will that stops you from doing something that is bad. You know, so that is my message for young guys, people that are striving to get to their destination. Don't give up, because it's not easy to have a legal life at this age, where so many people, especially young guys, are trying to they're trying to make it at all costs. You know, to be a sane person, you know, to be someone that is dedicated to do your job, you know, to work out, to try to find ways to be better without doing something that is illegal is a blessing. So we should keep this, and by the special grace of God, we'll get to our journey.
Amen.
So that's it.
All right. That's how it is. Allow me, guys, to thank you so much for taking this time to be with us. I think you've already happy with what we've done, with all what we've discussed here. It was just amazing conversations. I'm very happy to host him here, and I hope when next time we need him, maybe you should invite him again. Will you be available?
I will, of course.
Oh, thank you. So, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your how you support us, how you appreciate what we do. So you keep pushing us a lot, and we are here to keep doing it, to keep fighting, to to reach to the higher level. So thank you so much, and allow me to thank him. You should even put in the comment to thank him, because of course he sacrificed himself to be here today. It was not easy, but finding a guy who can give you his time like this, it's something we always thank and we always appreciate. So ndeka namwe mbashimira rero murambabarira kuba ntabonye uko nkomeza gusobanura ikintu cyose twaganiraga kubera umwanya, kuko narebye mbona turibuze kuza kurambirana cyane, mpitamo kureka kugira ngo dukomeze gukoresha ururimi yumva rw'icyongereza. So ndabashimira rero namwe mwakoze cyane kudukurikira. Utacyumva, yes, ushobora kwandika muri comment ukatunenga, ndaza kuza kubyumva, muze kuza kutunenga rwose abo bitanyuze, ako nabadushima munadushima, kuko nta ndishobora nari mfite kubera umwanya, ntago nari buze kurondogora cyane ngo byo tuvuze mu cyongereza tubigarure mu kinyarwanda, ariko niba ndizera ko mwanyuzwe. So thank you so much, we should have good times. Thank you.